Over the past couple of weeks, I have been posting to the Dota 2 subreddit talking about things such as the automated punishment system, which is a continuation of a conversation that more and more is being picked up by a lot of players. More and more players are coming into such things with an open mind, and they are coming across and going, you know what, you have a point here. I've also been talking about the way that Valve treats the customers, how they ignore us until money is on the line. I've posted about the need for region lock. I've posted about the toxicity of many of the South American players and the countries. And, hashtag not all South Americans, but it's very difficult to say that when you play with Peruvians, it's not a toxic game. 9 times out of 10, when you have somebody speaking Spanish, it's toxicity. They're screaming about you being a rat or a dog, son of a bitch, that kind of stuff. And Valve ignores it. My threads that I make on it are usually downvoted to oblivion. And why? Because I'm talking about something that could theoretically hurt the South American community. I recognize this. But at the same time, I'm tired of having to deal with the toxicity many of them bring. Yes, Americans and Canadians and a host of other countries. Every country has their issue with toxic players. However, there is definitely a noticeable difference in the toxicity and the non-toxicity players when it comes to their prevalence on the US servers. South America is a very toxic continent when it comes to the free-to-play games. A few years ago, I posted on the dev.dota2 forums, and I asked, why do they play on our servers? And a Peruvian player actually responded. He took the time out to post about it. And the gist of his post was that South America does not have really a lot of well-to-do people, what we would consider middle class, and they play free-to-play games. They're generally terrible at playing those games, and they take out their aggression on US players and everybody else around them. Okay, fine. But it didn't explain why they don't just play on their own servers. After all, how many games do we play where in the first 5 minutes somebody has to reset their router, or they decide to go AFK during the hero pick phase? And once again, a lot of it has to do with South American players. But let's get off that topic. The purpose of this series is to out the trolls in pub games. The majority of players play public, unranked games. And these are the games that Valve ignores until they need to actually start looking at it. These are the games that Valve tends to sweep under the rug and say they're not catering to the players such as myself, who we're not looking to be competitive. Valve is looking to make money, and I understand that. I'm a capitalist at heart. That doesn't mean that they should ignore the other facets of their product. The idea here is that in the wake of hacks being proven to exist for Dota 2 and being relatively cheap, $9 a freaking month in many cases, I want to draw more attention to the toxic players within the game. I want to make it so that Valve is forced to start addressing this. My goal in this is to show the toxicity of many of the players, not just South Americans. I'm going to out other trolls as well. American, Canadian, British, doesn't matter. If you're an asshole in a game, I'm going to out you for it. And I'm going to put your ID there. I'm going to put the match ID there, and we'll go from there. My hope is that eventually they will stop automating this process, that they will hire people to go over the games, to go over the reports, and actually take it seriously. If not, hey, at least I get to vent somewhere. And you know what? It's not top tier content, but at least I'm putting something out there a little more regularly, huh?